Hey guys, what's going on? John Haddock here from Think About Comics, and I'm super excited. I get to talk about Ant-Man. This is a character that I've always just been fascinated with. I think he's really cool. Scott Lang is the shit, okay? He's the shit in the movies. He's the man in the comic books. Regardless of what's going on with him, he's always just cool. And finally, we got a title that is badass. Now, this book, a lot of guys slept on this. And let me tell you something. If you didn't pick this book up and you're reading all those bad X-Men titles with the exception of like Marauders and X-Force, shame on you. Because this is a badass book that you probably missed. Basically what we got Scott Lang and his daughter Cassie. You know, she's taking on, what is she now? The Wasp? No, she's Stinger. So she takes on the mantle of Stinger with her own getup, and she's helping her dad out fight AIM people. And this is a badass book. You know, Scott Lang's, he's dealing with the same old problems. He's got to figure out where he wants to be. He's like Spider-Man, but worse. You know, Peter Parker, he runs into his problems with the rent and all this stuff. But the difference between him and Peter Parker is he gets evicted. He goes to jail. He has his own problems. Peter Parker somehow, he has it so bad, but he seems to always make the ends work in the end, unlike Scott Lang. And this title's awesome. We come back to Scott. He's in his anthill living, minding his own business in some random lady's yard in a trailer park. Cassie shows up to visit him. She's mad because he doesn't have his own place to stay, which it is what it is. You're Ant-Man. Live with the ants. You're Ant-Man. And she's like, oh, I'm struggling to. He's like, I'm struggling to get my job, get my life back on track. Because in the last Ant-Man series that we were, kind of graced with, he starts up a security business, with some other misguided villains and random heroes, and it tanks. It bellies up. Doesn't do a good job. Chapter 11. It happens. It's like life's hard being Ant-Man. Okay, so he finally gets this job from this random lady about going to help some bees. Ant-Man can talk to insects. She gets him to go talk to bees. So he goes to this bee farm in Florida. Goes to figure out what to do, help out these bees, and try to help the colony back up so we can get all the honey for all our breakfast cereals and all this other stuff that we like. So when he gets there, he meets the old school villain, the Swarm, who was like, last I remember, he's like some Nazi crazy guy that needs bees and all kinds of stuff to keep himself alive. And he's just, if you're allergic to bees, he's a nightmare for you. So of course Scott easily takes him out. He's Ant-Man, but in doing so, he allows these bad guys to come out. And these guys look like they're ready to cause nothing but mayhem. We have Vespa, the Spectre of Hornets, Thread, the Silkworm Ghoul, and Tusk, the Rhino Beetle Hulk. Look at these guys. Now, at first when I thought of this, it reminded me of some Dark Knight Metal bad guy BS. But hopefully, unlike Dark Knight Metal, this actually makes sense and works. This is what comics are all about, guys. This is just a fun, happy-go-lucky book. I laughed several times. The chemistry between Scott and his daughter is really awesome. It's super organic. Like, it doesn't feel forced at all. And if you like those Ant-Man movies, it's not completely like that, but it gives you this fun, laughable feel. Like, he's a happy-go-lucky guy. He's not like Daredevil where he's, suffering from all his Christian guilt. Not saying that Daredevil's a bad, character. He's one of my faves, but you have a lot of this, like, man, it sucks to be a superhero. But at the same time, with Ant-Man, I would want to be Ant-Man. He seems like he's living life with what he has, even though he's like broke living with ants. But it works. This is a really good book, guys. If you did not pick this up, please go out and check this up. This is a must-add to your collection, and definitely a must-add for your pull list. I'm very eager to see what we're going to be getting from this storyline. I know they're saying it's a mini-series. I hope we get to see more of Scott and Cassie, being heroes and trying to get back into the Marvel Universe and really take it by storm. And maybe we get an actual, full-blown issue. I mean, not obviously an issue, but a full-blown series of some badass Ant-Man stuff, guys. Hey, thanks for the watch. Give us a subscribe, give a like, and hit me up in the comments section. I'd love to talk some Ant-Man with you. We can pass the time pretty easily. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.